Hi everyone, thanks for tuning into your reading. I hope you guys are doing well. So today's reading is, are they coming back? So your person of interest, the one on your mind, are they coming back? We've got two groups to pick from. This is group 1 with the goldstone, and then group 2 with the lapis lazuli. Before we get started, I'd like to thank all my new subscribers, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I especially appreciate my regular subscribers for tuning in, and those who have purchased private readings from me and took a part in the sale that I just ran. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate that. Another thing is, remember that the readings that I do are not for sale for anybody under the age of 18. So it's 18 plus, it's 18 and over, okay? You can't buy a reading from me unless you're 18 and over. And emotional maturity wise, I would prefer people to be at least 21 and over, in their emotional maturity before they get a reading from me. So just putting that out there, okay, guys? Because, I do tell the truth in my readings. So, that being said, I appreciate all your likes and you guys being here today. And so we're going to get started with group 1. So pause the video if you need more time. The timestamps will be down below the video. And we're going to find out, are they coming back? Okay. Welcome group 1. Thanks for tuning in. So, is your person coming back? I'm doing a relationship spread to take a look at this, which will look at you guys' energies, feelings, future, outcome. So, let's see. So, the card that's coming out to represent the viewer is the Moon card, okay? And we'll go ahead and start with the Moon card. So you could be a Pisces or a Cancer or have that strong in your chart. This is somebody that, honestly, you could be somebody that makes other people feel like a little bit worried, before they truly get to know you. But once somebody gets to know you well, they do feel like you're very caring and they feel very comfortable and serene around you. The Moon card is kind of, there's no other way to say it, but to say, that it is kind of a tricky card in that it represents fear, it can represent illusions, anxiety, even paranoia. So maybe some of you are experiencing this at present. Don't have to be, it's a general reading, and energies can be interchangeable or vice versa. But for a lot of you viewers out there, the Moon is representing that, and also representing, that you do have a light side and a dark side to you, right? The Moon has a light side of the Moon, and it also has a dark side to the Moon. And so depending on where you're at on Earth at the time, you can see, both of those sides, depending on, the different angle that you're viewing the Moon from. So it's like some of you, might hide, some things from a lot of people. Or maybe, it's just not their business, okay? But there are, many sides to you that others will enjoy, once they get comfortable with you. And one of the things that I like about this energy is, in its lighter energy, especially, you love unconditionally. So you probably love this person unconditionally. At the very least, you love unconditionally. So, because this is associated with Cancer as well. And so Cancer rules motherhood, so you love people like family. If you get along, if you click with them, then you really love them like family. Okay? So if that sounds like you, stick around. If not, maybe something else will resonate. We're going to get how you're feeling towards this person right now. And the card that we got is the 5 of Pentacles. So that's unfortunate. I'm sorry to see that. It means that you're feeling despair. I guess that makes sense because of the Moon card energy here. Like, regardless of your sign, you're in this energy. For whoever this reading is for, this is a troubled energy. And it means that you feel some hopelessness, Some of you are feeling despair. Maybe you feel lonely and pessimistic. Maybe you wonder if, you can ever do anything right. This is a card of being hard on yourself. It can even be a card of being clinically depressed. So if that's the case, you might want to talk to the, proper professional for that, right? Obviously, nobody on YouTube can diagnose you, but you'll know if that resonates. Just at the very least, you're feeling somehow down and out at present, okay, regarding this person, the situation. Maybe they left you out in the cold. Maybe you had to leave them out in the cold. There is, some tough energy here, I'm not going to lie. My regulars know that I tell the truth. Whether you want to hear it or not, I'm going to tell you the message that the card is giving me. And the cards are giving me, because, that's the right thing to do. So let's look at your person. Your person is coming across as the Knight of Swords. So your person could have strong air in their chart. But either way, the Knight of Swords, shows us somebody that this is somebody that makes you feel like you know exactly where you stand with them. Okay? And because he's kind of, he is on the card aggressively moving towards, your side of the table. Maybe he said or did something, that you didn't like, something aggressive, something that rubbed you the wrong way. That could be why you're in this energy. Either way, this is the, energy of your person. And when they're in a romantic relationship, they, you're going to know exactly where you stand or exactly where the relationship is headed, because this is the type of person who will be very clear about what they're looking for. Okay? If this doesn't sound like your person, I think I know why, potentially, but we'll see what else I'm getting as I'm reading the cards. So if this is your reading, for most of you, this will be, your person's energy. This is their energy right now towards the situation. I'm getting a very clear energy. This is somebody that is not going to hesitate to tell you, if all they want is a friends with benefits. They're not going to really hesitate to tell you if what they want is a marriage, regardless of what they want. Either way, this is somebody that's serious about what they say. They mean what they say. So if they say that they're just looking for fun, don't assume that down the line it can become something more serious, right? That doesn't mean it never can be, but just it's asking you to believe this person, when they say who they are, and when they show you who they are, believe this person, okay? It's just the cards letting you know advance to take everything at face value with them, because the truth may hurt, but at least they're telling you the truth. How are their feelings towards you? We've got the Three of Wands, okay? So I don't know what happened between the two of you, that we have such energies present, but it does feel like, especially with these two cards together, that there's distance, and they're committed to their path forward. And if their path forward is towards you, they are committed to that. It does appear that guy on the card is looking in your direction. He's pointed in your direction, coming towards you. But at the same time, I have to be honest and say that for some of you, this person only thinks about you from time to time, and they feel like, that you are a significant part of making them into who they are today. And they think that, it's likely that your paths will cross again in the future. This card is certainly suggesting that that's likely, but there's this feeling like they have to find themselves first. Some of you could maybe have to find yourselves first, okay? I'm seeing travel, I'm seeing self-growth, I'm seeing business matters as well. This all could be in the near future for this person, or this is what they're doing, okay? So we're seeing that. And there is this feeling of like this can't come back together unless you're both, really serious about bringing it back together. And your energy is serious, but it's kind of wounded here. There's some healing that still needs to take place for you, and their energy is very driven and direct. So they're serious about whatever they want to go after. It's just a question of, do they want to go after you and make a reconciliation happen? Like, we don't know that yet. So let's look at the past here. So we've got the Five of Wands. The past between the two of you is full of instability, okay? The Five of Wands can show arguments, or even like, supposed playful banter, supposed playful, banter. And what I mean by that is that someone is, maybe someone used to shut down the other one. Like if you guys were supposed to be, being playful, one of you took it too seriously and was harsh, and it was probably your person based on the energies we're seeing here. Just somehow, even if it wasn't like an argument, the behaviors and the energy was like to shut the other one down. It's just not a good energy for a romantic relationship. It's like a battle of wills, and that was very likely that happened, and just feeling like someone has to lose in order for someone else to win. And that's obviously not a good energy for a romantic relationship to be in. It's not a good energy for any kind of relationship to be in, really. So that's what happened in the past. And then, interestingly, in the present, we have the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups stands in stark contrast to the rest of the reading. It's an extremely happy card, and it's all about complete emotional fulfillment, happy home, happy life. When I first pulled this card, I immediately got that some of you have a child or children, and they just make you so happy. They're the light of your life. For others of you, it's your person who feels that way. And still others of you are dreaming about this, and I am being guided to say that it is coming to you, okay? So you might be feeling, down and out right now, but the cards are saying that is coming to you, and you could be seeing glimpses of that. You could be seeing glimpses of that in the present, okay? And so this is where the relationship, or the reading, and perhaps the relationship as well, starts to take a turn, where we're seeing somewhat of an answer to the question, will you get back together? Because this is such a positive card, it really softens the rest of the cards in the spread, and it feels like they're feeling like they want to reconcile. Like I said, some of your people are going to be closer to being ready for that than others. It depends on how, deeply they are into this I'm finding myself stage. Because we are dealing with the Knight of Swords, and Knight of Swords is basically, somebody that's in flighty boy mode. As I told one of my clients, one of my phone clients, I told her that. She started cracking up, because that's exactly the mode that he's in. And so if that is where your person is at, then it's going to take longer for them to be ready for this Ten of Cups. But it's a great sign that it's here, because it means, like, more than likely they're going to get there. And for others of you, you're already seeing glimpses of this happening, this Ten of Cups energy, and this desire for reconciliation. And for those that this person wants to reconcile with you, it's because they do realize how much they love you. They feel at ease with you. We can see this is not somebody that feels at ease. If they're looking over at you, and their energy, when it's directed at looking at you or thinking about you, it's because they realize how much they love you. It's because you put them at ease in a way that maybe others cannot, or maybe they can't even do for themselves. Like, they see you as an important part of their future, and the type of person that they'd like to be with in the long run when they settle down. They are dreaming of that reunion with you. And if you're wondering, about that, This card is saying that, yeah, you both want to reconcile, and they feel like reconciling with you in the present, regardless of how they might be acting. Okay. Now we've got another 10 here. So we've got the 10 of Swords here. And unfortunately, that is in the future position. But what I was guided to say here, when I first pulled this, it is the end of waiting. The pursuit of a dream. This is inner growth. So if this person is traveling, pursuing dreams, whoever's doing that, it is, to grow as a person and grow spiritually as well. But it has caused like a waiting period for you guys. But I see that waiting period is ending, because 10s are the end of a cycle. And if we break this down across the board, we've got 5, 1, and 1. That's 7. 7 means waiting. End of waiting. Okay. And it's interesting too, because even though you're coming across as being, well, being in pain, frankly, I feel like this is them in pain in the future. It's this old adage that I'm hearing. What is it? Hurt people hurt people. Okay? So if they're not hurting now, they're going to be hurting over something in the future here. And it has to do with your relationship. So maybe you decide, to move on from them. Or there is some sort of something that they witness, see, or learn about you in the situation upsets them. Okay? Maybe it's just that they see how upset that you are, that you still are. Maybe it just dawns on them more and more, how much they care about you, and how much they hurt you. And what human with a conscience can feel good about that, about hurting somebody that they really love and care for, and who really loves and cares for them. If you got a conscience, that's going to bother you. And I feel like that's what's happening here in the future. There's some deep pain about the end of the relationship. Like they feel like a failure because of how it ended. That's especially true if infidelity was involved. If someone cheated, they'll be in a very painful place, and maybe at some point in the future, they're going to be unwilling to talk or communicate at that point. So if you're in no communication, you could come back into communication and then go out of it again. But if that happens, know that it's because this person is ashamed of themselves, I'm hearing. They just feel like they let you down, and they let themselves down for however this ended. So they would probably retreat, as the Knight of Swords loves to do. He comes in, then he does the opposite, goes back out. So he could flee again, right, at that point, when he starts to feel badly. So at that point, in the near future, we're not seeing a full-on reconciliation. We see that he wants to. He's feeling like it, when you're both in a serious mindset. But when that's going to happen is still like up in the air. But we do have the outcome of the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is a very charming card to have. It is a charming symbol of new love rushing in. And I did clarify off camera, for most of you, that new love is this person. It's with them. It's a new cycle with them. And an enjoyable new adventure with them that isn't merely just about seduction, but is good and genuine. Because this is a very sweet card. This is a tender, open, and giving energy. The Page of Cups is just about, mutual love, sincerity, and innocence. So I'm not at all getting like a hook up and chill vibe from this. It's not hook up and chill. I see mushy text messages and very long phone calls in your future, okay? So it's a new beginning. So in total, my assessment is, and I'll start pulling out my physical therapy background, my assessment is that you will, have a new beginning in the connection. You technically get back together, but however long that lasts is yet to be seen. There will be another chance, another opportunity. It looks really good with this Page of Cups here. At some point, love rushing in from his end, your person's end, whatever they might be, and you're going on a new adventure with this person. It looks very sweet, and it looks very kind of mushy, and I'm getting infatuation vibes at that point, like you're feeling like you're walking on air, and things like that. And so hopefully that will last, but it'll be a new beginning. So, new beginnings take time to develop, and you wait and see and how it goes. But as of right now, it looks like this is on track to happiness and reconciliation. Yes. So in group 2, this is what I have for you. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that was helpful. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate that. That does support the channel. And if you guys did want messages from your person reading, I did post those on Patreon and on Gumroad. So I'm going to try and remember to link those videos again down in the description box down below the video, in case you guys wanted to get messages from your person, because I didn't post those on YouTube. I posted those on Patreon and Gumroad. So those will be over there. Those were the extended for the last reading that I did. Yeah. So I'm going to move on to group 2. And you guys take care. Hello, group 2. Thanks for tuning into your reading. All right. So, will you get back together with your person? Let's look into it. We're going to start off with a card representing you, and then do a relationship spread from there. So, card representing you guys today is the Two of Pentacles. So you could be an earth sign or have it strong in your chart. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be, but that's the energy we see. So what is this saying about you as a person? It's just showing that, you're somebody that is experiencing the best of both worlds. I feel like you're happy. This is a contrast to group 1. Group 1's energy was different from this, opposite of this. This is, I really am drawn to the expression on her face. And it's looking like, like I said, you're the best of both worlds, because the Two of Pentacles is both Capricorn energy and Jupiter energy, which is Sagittarius energy. So it's kind of like Queen of Pentacles energy now that I think about it, because in the Order of the Golden Dawn, the Queen of Pentacles is actually a combination of Capricorn and Sagittarius. So you could have those in your chart, but you don't have to. The thing with this is, though, you do a good job of balancing these very different energies, because Capricorn energy is stern, strict, responsible, business-minded, serious, and, Jupiter is more humorous and is like the epitome of hippie energy or hippie vibes. So just for examples, like more than likely, if this is your reading, some of that will resonate with you in terms of how you are. And so it's a happy energy is what I'm feeling. It's like a relief from the previous reading. It's kind of a happy energy. So it feels like you have your life together. Like you know when to have fun, and you know when to be serious, and you know when to work hard, and you know when to play even harder. So And even though you can really focus on something when you need to, see how she's really focusing as she's juggling, where you have to focus to be on tiptoes and be juggling at the same time, juggling a ball with foot and juggling another ball with her hand, or the back of her hand in this case. So you know how to focus, but with that Sagittarian energy coming through, you never lose sight of the bigger picture. So this is someone that does not sweat the small stuff. So I don't feel like you're sweating the small stuff with this, relationship or otherwise. You're coming across in a very positive energy. So how do you feel about your person of interest? We've got some Cancerian energy with the Chariot. This is showing that you feel like moving on, or you feel like you have moved on, like you're moving on, you have moved on. It's interesting, if this is true, that you're here watching this reading right now. Maybe you're trying to move on, or maybe you have moved on and something's happened and it's piqued your curiosity and you just want to see what comes out in the cards about it. But I'm seeing movement forward. That's what the Chariot's all about. It's about moving forward and not looking back. And so I feel like you really have enjoyed your time with your person, but you're also sort of feeling like that moment has passed, and you're just looking to your future. And that could be hurtful to your person, especially if they want reconciliation or to get back together with you. This could even be vice versa, because it's a general reading. This could be talking about their energy, but I'm going to read it the way that I'm getting it, and I'm just kind of still a little bit confused while you're watching a reading about will we get back together if you don't want to get back together with this person, because maybe you're undecided. It's Two of Pentacles. Twos are about trying to make a decision. It's about juggling some options, trying to make up your mind. And so maybe that's why you're here, to help you to make a decision. A lot of my regular clients from my other site, they call for a reading in large part just to help them make a decision. So maybe that's where you're at too. Just know, if this person's aware that you're undecided about them, or that you might not want to get back together with them, it's probably hurtful to them. For some of you, your person finds that hurtful. And if it's the other way around and this person doesn't want to get back together with you, you should really channel some of this Chariot energy for yourself. And that is to enjoy the now and look out for yourself, put yourself first, because you're worth it. And it's funny how when we really do that, then these people come in and we start attracting more of the things and the experiences and the people that we want when we get into that more self-centered energy. So if you're the one hurting because you don't think this person wants to reconcile, take on some of that Chariot energy. So let's look at your person. So your person is the Three of Pentacles, which is interesting because you're both coming across in earthy energy. Both coming across earth energy. You're Two of Pentacles, they're Three of Pentacles. So that tells me that maybe this person is ahead of you in their career, or in some other, maybe in school, okay, at work, something like that. But the Three of Pentacles shows somebody who, they're the type of person that, whoever they're dealing with, they make that person feel like you're in it together. Whether that's, you or friends or coworkers. And if they're romantically involved with someone, there's somebody that will just kind of do anything that it takes to make a relationship work. I don't know if they were always like this. Maybe it doesn't sound like them, but I think I understand why that might be, and I'll pull a card to explain that in a moment. But they're coming across as willing to give their all. Whatever they're doing, they're willing to give their all. They are self-aware, and I think that maybe this is just kind of part of their personality. They're kind of aware of their own shortcomings. Like, this is a self-aware person. So if this is a friend of yours, or whoever this person is dealing with, they kind of take responsibility for the role that they play in things, good and bad. Okay, this is a good person. I can't pick on this person. I'm not getting that. This is a bad person. I don't think maybe for some of you they're the best person for you, because, you know, people break up for a reason, but that's yet to be seen. We'll see how the story goes, but I'm not getting that they're a bad person at all. I am getting them as being somebody who is willing to be selfless to achieve the greater good. They could even be a people pleaser. And that could create a problem in a relationship if they're prioritizing the opinions or needs of others, you know, above those of their partners, right? But I think that's the greatest flaw I can see in their energy, according to this card right now, is that maybe they're a little cliquish, or just, you know, wanting to fit in a lot or something, and that detracts from other priorities in a way that maybe is not helpful. But generally it's just because it's coming from a good place where they're aware of this tendency as well. They're more than likely aware of the things I just said, if this applies to them, because of their self-awareness. But they do want to work, you know, work on whatever relationship that they're focusing on, and work on whatever their goals are. So how do they feel towards you? We've got the Ace of Swords, air sign energy. Okay. Yeah, they feel like they've had a breakthrough, you know, about your relationship. Definitely getting that. Yeah, they've come to some sort of a realization that you were great for them. Like, you were great for them. Yeah, and it's always, it was always easy for you guys to talk, you know. It's like they figured out that the grass is not greener, you know, where they are currently. So I don't know where they are currently. I don't know what broke you up, but one of the breakthroughs that they've had is that, you know, that you guys communicated well, you were easy to talk to, and they just figured, you know, out that wherever they're at now, the grass was not greener. It's not greener there. So this is a good sign for reconciliation, because they are having that epiphany. And that is kind of what I said before a moment ago when I was talking about this person, and how whatever they're focused on, they really work, you know, to improve it. They really put in the work, and that this person is basically a good person. If again, they didn't treat you that way before, they have changed due to this epiphany, this realization. Okay? So what happened in the past between the two of you? Because again, I don't feel like you're really sweating things too much. The Page of Swords is in the past energy, past position. So if we're talking about a person, we got more air sign energy. This is somebody that's just really happy to live in their heads, and they can behave coolly towards love. So maybe love was not a priority for someone here, not a priority for your person. This is decidedly an unromantic card. The Page of Swords is an unromantic card. You know, their appeal, the Page of Swords' appeal, you know, comes from being intelligent, fun, you know, someone who you can talk late into the night with, again, with the communication and them realizing the conversations that they had with you were special, unique, or had value, and they're thinking back on that. And this is validating that too, with it being in the past, saying that you guys, some of you talked to this person late into the night, had really good and stimulating conversations. But the thing about the Page of Swords is that emotionally, you know, maybe sex, maybe sex is their only way of expressing emotions, tenderness, or affection. And so obviously that could be a problem, because yeah, there's more to relationships than just a mental connection and sex. You have to have that emotional component as well. You know, on the other hand, maybe there was a tense conversation that happened in the past that changed things in your relationship, or they were just cold to you. Well, not just, but they were cold to you when you try to extend your affection, because that's the nature of the Page of Swords, to be cold when it comes to when it comes to affection or comes to emotional connection. The present energy is the Page of Pentacles. So you guys could be on the younger side, students, work together, young at heart. But again, general reading. So this is showing us that this person still does feel attached to you. I think that you guys complemented each other pretty well, maybe mirrored some things to and from each other, bounced ideas off of each other in a way that stuck with this person. This is telling me that at present they do want to work things out between the two of you. Yeah, they do want to work things out between the two of you. That goes along with that Three of Pentacles as well. And they had a breakthrough. This is why. If they didn't want to work things out with you before, thanks to this breakthrough, whatever happened to cause that, they do want to work things out with you now. And for some of you, it's because you've adopted this kind of footloose, fancy-free, the devil may care sort of attitude, where you're just not caring, worrying about it, or sweating the small stuff. You're moving on. You feel like you're moving on. And they could see that or sense that, and that could be part of the reason why they've had this breakthrough. But whatever it is with the Page of Pentacles here, it's showing that they do still have some sort of a loyalty or dedication to you, and they're willing to work on things, you know, if you would give them another chance. So it is a good sign if you're wanting to get back together with them. That being said, we have to acknowledge that the Page of Pentacles is only a couple of degrees warmer than the Page of Swords. So if you are looking for a soulful, heartfelt relationship, then just know they are not there yet. Okay, they're a little bit warmer than they were before. At present, though, it's just a little bit warmer. This is the energy of a fun, casual encounter. Okay, so I don't want to paint this person like a bad person, but you know, if you're truly not okay with that and you're looking for something more, then just know that you're going to want to take a wait and see approach to this to see if they really are right for you. And in the meantime, you know, don't try to force a decision or attempt to control things, okay? Some of you are, again, in that decision-making energy. Maybe you haven't made the decision to truly move on from this person, but you're on the verge of doing so. Or maybe you have moved on and you're trying to decide whether or not to give this person another chance. You can wait. There is no rush. This card is saying, you know, wait and see. I think that this person is probably, you know, kind, attractive, maybe does well for themselves, maybe looks and sounds good on paper, but are they the right person for you? Let's see. So in the future, we've got the Ten of Swords. Well, that would seem to answer it, wouldn't it? And interestingly, the Ten of Swords came out in the first group as well, although these readings are pretty different. There is some crossover here happening. So I wanted to clarify the Ten of Swords because it didn't make sense to me. And we got the Lovers card. Another card about decisions. So when the Lovers card came out, I immediately knew that the time of indecision is ending. So whoever's indecisive, you know, in the future, in the near future, the decision's going to be made. So it's an end of indecision. But with these two cards together, there is a warning with it. So you do want to watch out for obsession and overindulging, because it looks like the decision is to get back together. And when you do that, you don't want to gobble each other up. You don't want to like just gobble each other up, you know, all at once so that there's nothing left. That would be a bad idea. What I'm getting is an image of Zelda Fitzgerald and F. Scott Fitzgerald. He's the author of The Great Gatsby. And anyway, if you know their story, it'll make more sense. But I'll just tell you the part that's coming to my mind is her mother was crying. Her mother was crying because she saw how they were consuming each other so extremely. And she knew it was going to go downhill fast because they were so passionate about each other, and their lifestyle was so overindulgent. I mean, yeah, they were having fun and they were in love and it was great, but they just did too much too fast, and it kind of went downhill fast. And that was what her mother was afraid of. So just pace yourself and watch out for addiction issues, because that could rear its ugly head. So being forewarned is forearmed. I always tell the truth on my channel and in all my readings. Whether you want to hear it or not, I'm going to tell you what the card's saying. So I think that's the main message going forward and in the near future for you guys. So what is the outcome? We have the Empress. I love her. I love her. And I wanted a little bit more clarification on the Empress. And we got the Two of Cups. So it doesn't get any better than this, guys. It really doesn't. We've got the Lovers, the Two of Cups, and the Empress. So all the other cards were kind of like minor league with these pages and these low denominator pentacle cards. And now we've got the Empress, the Two of Cups, the Lovers. So this is fantastic. So when we see the Two of Cups and the Lovers in the same spread, this is lucky, lucky. Like statistically, I don't know how often that happens. But I feel like something about the way that I read the cards, draws these more rare card combinations, because I see a lot of major arcana cards coming out in my readings, and it seems like it happens more often than in some of the other readings that I watch occasionally, or even in the tarot groups that I'm a part of. And so I guess I'm just in alignment with these higher vibrational cards, which, that's cool. I like that. I dig it. I'll allow that. So this is what we're seeing, and I don't know how else to put it. It's lucky, lucky. It's very lucky. And I have to say that you will probably end up marrying this person. I know it's kind of a big thing to say. You guys are in separation right now, but I'm predicting that you're going to marry this person. So, because I hear, and they lived happily ever after. So seriously, let's do the Empress some justice today, okay? A lot of times we'll see the Empress and we'll talk about, her being wife material and all of these things, but she's so much more than that. She is the divine feminine. So if you're the woman in this couple, you'll be playing kind of like definitely embodying and embracing and playing up all of your best feminine aspects, feminine qualities, as this relationship progresses, because they will be so highly valued by this person. And this person really likes the feminine energy that you bring, and I think that you naturally, they naturally bring it out in you even more. So whether you're a feminine person or not, it's like whoever's the Empress in this scenario naturally just blossoms under this love. I mean, just look at these. It would have been perfect if the Emperor came out as well, but we can see him already on 2 of the cards. So this person's definitely gonna value you very highly, and the Empress is someone who is, she's the mother of the deck, but she's also flirty, she's sexy, she's elegant, she's pampered, okay? She's a little spoiled, but still kind, likable, smart, generous. This is, like I said before, true divine feminine energy. It's not toxic femininity like I had the misfortune of dealing with earlier this week, okay? There is a difference. I think we have a lot of Empress imitators out there, but that's okay. They'll grow out of that, hopefully, because until one does, then they're never going to experience true Empress living, true Empress experiences. If you don't know what I mean by toxic femininity, and you want to know, you can check out the book, the book Confessions of a Southern Lady. This is a book I stumbled on a few years ago, and I really liked how the author describes faux femininity. She does a really good job in that book of describing that. I think I just invented a new phrase, faux femininity. But yeah, Confessions of the Southern Lady, if you want to understand what I mean by toxic femininity versus divine femininity, okay? And why it is and the history behind that. And she's just really good about how she describes that. But this Empress that you're becoming, this Empress in the future here, this is definitely not toxic femininity. This is divine femininity. She is divine. Okay, you are going to be divine. You are already divine, okay? But you're going to be even more divine and probably quite traditional, whether you think you will be that way or not. I feel like you're going to want to fall into a more traditionally feminine role and vibration. Because again, this person just really brings that out in you, and it just happens naturally, like a flower that's blossoming and blooming, and it's really beautiful. I'm also getting that you're going to be well off. I mean, the Empress doesn't like chill and look like that and have what she has and be pampered and everything without having resources, without being well off. So I'm seeing you guys being well off and prosperous enough to, just to do what you want when you want, and that includes lots of sexy time with your person, lots of sexy time with I'm talking about lots of sexy time with this person. So like I said before, to wrap it all up, they lived happily ever after. So just watch out for that obsession stuff we saw earlier with that Ten of Swords and lovers. So I think this is all I've got for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Please hit the like button and subscribe. It supports the channel and I appreciate it. And if you'd like a private reading, my contact information is in the description box down below. Otherwise, you guys take care and I'll talk to you next time.